Hey then everyone, it's Juan Romero here from SwitchWatch. I'm back with another review, game called Overwhelm, and we're going to check it out, break it down and see if it's worth your time and investment. Let's get into it. Overwhelm has a simple story. You are a soldier sent to destroy a hive, and that's about the sum of it, so let's move on. Now, Overwhelm is a game which is overwhelming, but not in a negative way. Here we have a tough Metroidvania type platformer where you can jump, shoot and use an uppercut to reach higher heights. There are no power-ups here, but you are free to tackle this small Metroidvania in whichever way you want, and the bosses in whatever order. The game is tough, and I mean really tough at times, but the beauty of this challenge is it never feels unfair to the player. Each mistake is your own and yours alone. 3 lives doesn't seem like a lot, because if you lose them, you do have to start the game all over again. If you run out of your 99 bullets, then tough until you come to a reload point, and they are few and far between. The hive is a place that lures you in with a false sense of security as you get to grips with killing enemies with your powerful gun. Now, you may begin to think that this is going to be a piece of cake, but boy does it get tough and quickly. If you get hit just once, you lose a life. In order to get more lives, you'll need to defeat a boss, and once you do collect the gem, your lives will then reset back to 3. Now, each new turn you will learn more about the hive, and when you defeat a boss, the hive then evolves by normal enemies taking on the defeated boss's power. It's an interesting concept, making it harder. The boss fights are quite tough, so it's easy just to lose 3 lives on one boss fight, and that of course means starting from the beginning. However, once you do discover a section, you can just set your soldier to begin there on the next turn. Now, once you start opening up the map and you know what each boss brings to the table, you'll start to form a strategy of the best way and order to complete the game, which is no easy feat, but a great challenge which I enjoyed nevertheless. I loved how simple this game was and how it does evolve, and for those players who are more casual, there is options to make it easier for you, from unlimited lives to unlimited ammo or both. Now, I don't know how to feel about this, because I know some will be tempted to sort of use this when it becomes too tough for them, but for me, it takes away some of that gratification. The fact that you can change the difficulty at any point during the game is not something I personally liked or used. It's far too tempting to take that shortcut, but each to their own. I'd not blame anyone, as the game can be absolutely brutal. Reminds me a little bit of Butcher. Check out my review on that one, link coming up in the right hand corner. Now, there is also a co-op mode. I can't say I enjoyed playing it too much with my missus, as she's not that great at these types of games, and it gets more frustrating playing it with someone that's not the same skill level as you are. You need to play with someone equally skilled, and it does add a new dynamic in which you can revive each other and distract the enemies. And there was another problem that I came across, and that's to do with the controls. You're only able to use the Joy-Cons playing in co-op, and unfortunately the controls just do not translate well to the one Joy-Con, because you need both analog sticks, one to move and one to aim with, and this becomes a lot more difficult when using the Joy-Con. In terms of the audio, I enjoyed the ambience in this game. You felt like you were somewhere nasty, dark and gritty, oppressive. The heavy synth sounds that sometimes come in added greatly to that overall feeling of the game, and the sound effects were all of a decent standard. Visually and performance-wise, the performance was pretty much perfect. There was no slowdown, but you would expect that really in a game like this. It's not going to tax the Switch. You either like this retro style or you don't. It's rather basic, not that detailed, but does the job. While I prefer to play with the red colour, blacks and whites, you can change this to suit your preference to sort of the blue, green or yellow, but honestly those options didn't work very well for me in my view, as the red was a lot easier on the eye. The bosses themselves were nicely designed, but the world itself doesn't change much at all, so that may be off-putting for some. Now, the game is £7.99 in the UK, $9.99 in the USA and in euros, and I liked it, but of course I think the price could be a little bit more competitive, especially with all the games that you can buy now on the Nintendo eShop. It's not the longest game either, but then again, it does give you a very stern challenge as long as you stick to the 3 live and you're out rule. I personally enjoyed Overwhelm. It's not the prettiest game I've seen, but everything else about it is solid, and while the challenge is a big one, it's one that I enjoyed taking on. For the more casual player, you have the options of unlimited lives and ammo, but you will end up finishing this in about 5 minutes. Okay, maybe longer, but you know what I mean. Play this as it was intended and take on the challenge. For me, a very decent 7 out of 10. A small indie developer I would certainly support. If you enjoyed this review, ladies and gentlemen, then please hit that like button. It means a lot to us. Lets us know whether we're doing good work or not. And if you're a new watcher, then why not consider subscribing for more reviews like this. I'll put some videos up above now so you can see the type of reviews that we make here at SwitchWatch. For all of those that continue to support us, we really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments section down below what your favourite 2D platformer is. I'd love to know. Take care everyone, my name is Juan Romero, and of course I'll see you very soon on the next one. Take care.